Hey, welcome back to BIZ Talk TV. I'm your business guide and host, Michael Rager, on all the Now Media television networks. I'm so excited. We got a new guest today, and it's Mr. Leo Simpson. Leo, how are you today, my friend?
Very well, Michael. Glad to be here with you. Awesome opportunity.
Man, it's been awesome. You know, me and you, we met each other back in like 2015, 2016, and then also
13,
just
actually. That's what it was.
reconnected, and it's like, boom, like we hadn't even missed a beat, right?
Absolutely, man. That's exciting. That's
Yeah.
when you know it's good.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about something interesting. Okay, we hear this all the time. We got to find a business work-life balance. And
Hmm.
you're like me, you're telling me work-life balance is BS, right? Tell me about it and why doesn't it work?
Man, it starts with you got to understand construction of phrases and words, but also you have to think about measures. And the word balance is something that is a measure related verbalology. I know that's another word that I made up, but I like to say it that way. That construct of word is important because you're weighing something. You're looking at, does it have the ability to have equilibrium? And in order to balance something, you have to have two things. Now, here's what people are doing. They are calling work the career side and life the family, the private side. The issue is work is a type of life. And so to say that work life balance is something to achieve is actually insane because it's one thing not being able to be pitted against something with opposing force and energy. So when you're trying to achieve work life balance, the problem is all in the construction because you're only trying to balance the thing that we call career, profession, and work.
Yeah, it's too many people. They worry about work, and I think we talked about this the other day. We were just chatting. You know, one of my mentors used to say, he goes, "Here's a problem with what's going on: is people spend all this time. They get up in the morning and they're rushing, and they're going to go spend this time with people that really don't care about them, and they're going to put them in a bad mood, and they're going to get home through rush hour and this and this. They're going to go spend time with the people they love the most, after the people that they could really care less about them have ruined their day." Does that happen
Man,
all the time?
here's the issue, man. So this is a perspective I talk about a lot within the context of my family business life mastery coaching strategy, and that is that family life and business life are meant to be teammates, not opponents. And so that thought process that you just introduced is directly connected with the issues of work-life balance, and therefore people don't really see how, even though I don't really prefer to be in this job or spend all of this time, it is where I am for this time and this season, and I need to give my best to it. But when you're looking at it on the basis of work life balance, it doesn't work. But when you look at it in the context of family life and business life working together as teammates and in tandem, then you can say, okay, there's an energy source for family life, and then there's an energy source for business life. And I need to be focused on what I need to be given for business life when I'm going to work, my career aspect. I mean, I like these people, but I've made a commitment to this environment. So I've got to be completely engaged there. When you understand that aspect, when it's over, I need to be ready to be completely engaged over here. Now you can tap into the energy for the family life. Now you've kind of compartmentalized it and put yourself in a position to where you can thrive in both areas, utilizing the mindset, the frameworks that go with both of those. When you're trying to balance it and put them together, it creates friction and frustration just because you're thinking about it the wrong way.
Yeah. Are there tools and techniques that people can say, hey, I'm going to put myself into the business mindset right now. Boom, I want to get to the door, this happens. Or when I leave, I'm going to put myself back into dad or mom role. What do I need to do? How do you help people do that?
Man, the first thing is we position people to understand that family life and business life are meant to be teammates, right?
Mm.
You've got to change your thinking, especially you got to get rid of that first misleading belief of work-life balance. Like you got to get away from that. Once you challenge what it is you've believed about it and say, okay, what should I believe? Then you can transform your perspective and position yourself to say, okay, I can look at each one of these from the standpoint of how I'm supposed to engage. Here's the biggest tool I'll give anybody today. When you understand, first and foremost, that family life and business life are meant to be teammates, not opponents, what happens is you understand. that family life requires that you give more a quality of time than a quantity of time. Business life then requires that you give more of a quantity of time than quality of time. And when you understand the specific dynamics between those two and how you are to approach them, then you can now say, okay, what am I supposed to do based on how I engage in these or in another? And it starts with changing how you're thinking about it. You do that, oh my goodness, you're going to put yourself on a trajectory to start mastering both of those and flowing between them and creating exceptional value.
Yeah, I know. So I was meeting with my coach yesterday, and one of the things he hit, Mike, is, look, you've got the tools, you got this, you got some things, but right now the only thing that's blocking you back is right here.
Yeah.
And that's the thing we got to get. And when people work with you, that's one of the things they find out is how to get that, I don't want to say it so I get kicked off TV, crap out of my head about
Yeah,
this
you got
and
to,
move
man.
it. So how do you, we got like 2 minutes, how do you quickly start eliminating the trash from their head?
Well, the first thing is the questions that one, I ask them, but also letting those questions position them to know the questions that they're asking themselves. And more so, are they asking any questions of themselves to understand what it is that they're thinking in their mind? I mean, we have a whole framework. We've done 9 days of intensive with regard to talking about the misleading beliefs. We've talked about the accurate beliefs. We've talked about the master keys with regard to achieving family business life mastery. But you've got to start with, what questions are you asking yourself? But for me as the coach, it's more important that I ask them those powerful questions so that they can position themselves to understand the importance of the type of questions they ask themselves.
Well, cool. We got a minute left. So you've got like some challenges going on. You got all this other stuff. How do people get a hold of you and find out about that stuff so you can go help them?
Absolutely, man. So we've actually been live for the last 9 days, 6:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, 12:30 p.m. And we've done a few other experiences in between, but you can catch it on LinkedIn. You can catch it on my YouTube. Leo Simpson II is one of those where you can see it, but you can go to my website, team30.com, and it will connect you with all of that information, how to connect with me on LinkedIn, YouTube, as well as Instagram. And I guarantee you, we have over 1,000, almost 1,200 minutes of content of just going deep dive into family life and business life being mastered. So, hey, come on, join us. We're going to make some things happen for you so you can experience some greatness over there.
Well, that's awesome. I'm so glad we got you on here. I'm telling you that the crew we've got going right now. I mean, you guys were chatting in the kind of green room on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
on TV. I mean, you and Kat and Natalia and Mac. I'm telling you, the value we're adding to business owners right now to make your life special.
Absolutely.
Man, we've got the
Absolutely.
best crew out there right now. So thanks so much for joining. I'm looking forward to your input over the next several months.
Hey, thanks for this opportunity. Y'all be well.
All right, man. You be good, Leo. I'm Michael Rager, your business guide. We're going to be right